Hello there, it's William here from Wusik, and I want to show you Wusik Station AD. This is the alpha number 20, and I have added a lot of new features to this version, and I want to show some presets that I created. So this is the list of the presets, and I'm going to show one by one without talking from now on. And then possibly more on the end, on another video, I can explain a bit more on what I have changed in here and how this is very close to a beta version for the current layers that we have, and then we can work on more layers after the initial release. So we're going to talk about this in another video. So for now on, let's just talk about the presets. Let me start. Okay, so just let me explain what I'm doing here. I have two layers, one for a very bright piano and another for a regular piano. They are the same sample, but one has a filter to make it a bit brighter and a velocity zone to 180, so it's only going to play when you play a very hard note. And if you hear any clicks and plops and glitches, it's my capture device trying to capture the audio, but on my headphones it's not doing that, and I already know that it's going to do that sometimes, so I'm just going to say that the plugin doesn't do that. So let me try some other presets in here, the wave sequencer ones.
All systems functioning within normal parameters. All systems functioning with
One thing that you can see, that's this red dot in here, that when the audio gets too loud, it's going to inform you that the master limiter is working to avoid clipping. But it's best that you reduce the audio a bit, because the master limiter doesn't have a forward lookup code, so it doesn't add latency, so it doesn't work as best as a forward lookup. I don't know if that's the correct name, but still, it's best that you don't have the red LED blinking, because that means that your audio is too hot. So, just want to say that. So this is a very good example of how to use the sampler pads 8x8. So on each pad, I have one sample, which is I can load from single files, or even from files that have multi-samples, but then I can select which sound from that multi-sample file I want for this pad that I have selected, and I can play from the MIDI keyboard. So that's one great use for that. And another preset I want to show is my vector synthesis presets. So what happens in here is that we have multiple sounds loaded, and each sound is assigned to a different corner or a different section of the vector synthesis. So when I play it, so you can hear that it's fading, cross-fading from each section on the vector mixer. Let me load another one. And you can also do that with multi-layers instead of multi-sounds. I don't have any preset created for that, but I will create for the next update. And let me see. Then I have some tests here. The CPU test is just for myself mostly, as I do some optimization on the code. And the other ones are to test some things like the exponential envelope. You can see here on the amplitude envelope that the envelope curve is now set to a different type. So let's hear what it does. So if I change that to a linear again, so this is linear. And as I change from the exponential, you can hear what happens then. And there's other ones. Let me check the next one. Oh, this is a granular type of synthesis, but it's not really granular. It's just an arpeggiator triggering like crazy the sound but then the LFO2 is changed the sample start. So this is just being creative with what you got to get different type of stuff. So just using a basic arpeggiator, which is triggering the voice of the sample, and then change the sample start. I have another one. So you get some very creepy sounds. And this is another one. And another one.
All systems functioning within normal parameters. All systems functioning within normal parameters. All systems functioning.
So let's see what's next. Oh, the hold envelope. So what happens in here is that I'm setting an envelope curve. So my release is going to sound like it's holding the sound. So I'm going to press very quickly. So you can hear I press very quickly, but it still sounds like I'm holding the note. So the logarithmic envelope, which is kind of what I was showing before. Is just testing the type of envelope curves. Just a pure sine test. I use this to fine-tune my code to be know it was in perfect tune. So sample start wave sequencing. It's just as it says. The wave sequencer is changed the sample positioning. You can see it. The lines shows where in the sample it's playing. Just a simple preset. So end of the list. That's it. So I think I showed every preset. And we will continue creating more to test things out. And for this alpha version, I have done a lot of changes, especially in the voice code, because the voice code allocation was not working correctly, and now it's working correctly. I also optimized the code a bit, and also created the first version for Apple computers with old Intel Mac computers, and also the new Apple Silicon M1, M2, M3 processors. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. So now, please don't forget to check on the website, on my Patreons, on how you can help me continue developing this, so I can finish this still this year because there's still a lot of stuff to do. I already created the first sample player, the sample player pads, and the wave sequencer layers, but I also have the other layers to create. And there's still also a lot of testing that needs to be done, so it's still a lot of work. So that's it. Thanks for watching.